Hey, welcome back to the Tre Stewart Program. Co-host is back, Joe.
Hello.
Hey, welcome back. How was the sex change?
Thank you for asking.
Yeah.
It was nice. Not finished. Didn't have enough time to finish, but what do you think about this new name, Joanne? How about that?
Joanne?
Or Joe for short. How about that?
Joe? Yeah, so
Yeah.
just
So
nothing
just call me
changes.
Joe from now on.
Joe, I like it, man.
Thank
yeah.
you, man. Appreciate it.
What you put your vagina on layaway? You're paying in installments?
Yeah, installments. Yeah, basically.
Okay.
So I have like half a lip right now.
Oh, wow. All right. Well, yeah, congratulations on you living your...
Real mess down there. Real Palestine down there. So, but we're gonna rebuild. It's gonna be nice.
rebuild. Yeah, you got a real Gaza Strip down there.
Oh
huh?
yeah.
All right. Well, that's good. Well, welcome back. We've got a lot to talk about. It's been a chaotic few years these past weeks, and a lot,
Sure
lots
has.
of stuff. Right? It's been like
I
we've
mean,
been
yeah,
through a
kinda.
lot, man. It's a lot of stuff happening. Protests. I don't know if you saw about this. Protests have actually broken out. With a lot of people taking to the streets demanding that they release the Snyder cut of the Minecraft movie. People are...
Is that what everyone's upset about?
That's what they're upset. That's what I think. Yeah.
I wasn't paying attention. I didn't know it was that.
See, you got to pay attention, man. That's what this show is for.
I've been
We're
too
here.
busy with this sex change, man. I haven't been keeping up.
Minecraft is out, man, and people
Right.
want the Snyder cut. There's a longer version, and we need to see that. And people are mad. Jack Black is out here, but I do want to talk about the Minecraft movie for a minute. This is just more deep state propaganda. Have you ever played Minecraft?
No.
Have you played Brandon? Have you played Minecraft?
Yeah, I played it, but as an adult, which is more sad.
Well, but the thing is, I think if you're an adult, that's better. But this kid's game is, I think, just more CIA propaganda to get kids to identify with working in a mine. It's called Minecraft. Sounds a lot like Mindcraft. They're crafting kids' minds to accept the idea of child labor.
That makes sense.
Yeah, Jack Black is I believe he's been hired by the CIA to promote this.
Mm-hmm.
So, Jack Black, shout out to him because of him, kids are going to have black lungs working in mines. But it does look like a fun film, so I guess I'll see that.
Will Teslas be cheaper somehow?
Probably not,
Yeah.
but maybe they'll stop exploding. They have a nasty flaw.
Well, there's this built-in feature that they're putting in them now, where if you draw a swastika on one, it combusts. It explodes right in your face.
Really? If you
Yeah,
draw-
yeah,
okay.
yeah. So don't finish the swastika if you're drawing them on there.
Yeah, stop.
Stop
Everybody
on that
in
final
mid swastika.
line. Yeah.
I guess Kanye won't be able to buy any
Oh.
Teslas.
Kanye.
Poor Kanye. Yeah, Kanye's back. He's reminding everybody just how lovable he is.
What's next? Like, where's he going? What's the top for Kanye? He's already at Nazi KKK.
Yeah.
Like, that's a lot of people's top. I can't imagine what's next for him.
Yeah, I think the sky's the limit for that guy. And you know what?
really
You can't
is.
be mad at him, man. Like, Kanye is America's N-word. That N-word is Nazi. That's good for him. Also, it's not a good...
Finally, an N-word that white people can say.
Don't act like you don't say the regular one all the
It's
time.
true.
That's how we start the show.
That's how we met, actually.
Yeah, Joe came up to me, said, "Hey, nigger, get off of my lawn." Why you
wasn't even my lawn. We were on the sidewalk.
Yeah, it was my house.
It was crazy.
But that's good. Oh, it's also a bad week for the economy. Are you a fan of the economy?
I like the economy.
Well, it's not good. The Dow is lower than Chuck Schumer's glasses, and so
Oh.
we're gonna have to do something about that. Also, we're gonna cover return of the measles. Don't call it a comeback, Joe, because the measles have been around for years, but it's only recently started to murder people again. So that's sad. But RFK Jr. is on the case. He's gonna get right on that as soon as he's done fighting America's biggest disease, anti-Semitism. So good luck to him on that. There's a new movie out that's actually about RFK Jr.'s life.
There is.
Yeah, it's called Death of a Unicorn.
Oh,
It's just about him burying a dead unicorn carcass.
he killed a unicorn.
He killed a lot of mythical creatures. But he was a guy. Look, it was the 60s or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know what he was, but it was the 90s, whenever it was.
Whenever he was driving through the woods,
Yeah. Also, I want to get to this. I'll give an update on the Texas ban on weed. which is kind of silly. You know, it's a rare miss for God's country, honestly. You know, I don't really understand Christians' beef with weed. You know, it's like God, if you read the Bible, you know, God spoke to people through a burning bush.
Sure, I've heard that.
So, you know, people say, what would Jesus do? I think Jesus would light up, you know. But first, before we get to that, Bernie Sanders returns, and everyone's favorite millionaire socialist is back. And he's here to do what Democrats do best, ask you for your hard-earned money. Let's go to the first clip.
Look, I know it's really, really hard to keep up with all the craziness here in Washington, D.C. Bottom line, Musk and Trump are going after Social Security. They're cutting thousands of jobs at the Social Security Administration. They're going after Medicaid. They want to cut Medicaid by over $800 billion. That means millions of kids are going to lose their health insurance. It means that if your mom or dad is in a nursing home, they're going to be in trouble because 2/3 of people in nursing homes get their money from Medicaid. They're going after the Veterans Administration. They want to cut over 80,000 workers at the VA, meaning our veterans will get deteriorating health care service. They're going after public education, you name it. Now, why do they want to cut all of these programs that are so important to the working class of this country? And the answer is very simple. They want to give massive tax breaks to the richest people in America.
What's wrong with that? Okay, so we can stop right there. So I don't understand what rich people need more money. What's hard to understand about that? You know, I don't understand. It's like all this hate for rich people. Rich people are people too. All right, let's be clear. You know, all this. I'm against all this billionaire hate. You know, billionaires, they're just like us. They put on their cricket cleats one foot at a time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They have a servant for each cleat.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're right. A servant puts on their cricket.
You know, all
cleats.
this stuff makes people hate like millionaires and billionaires, but it just makes me want to get richer. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's
right.
motivating.
Work harder, and maybe you'll be able to afford health care. You know, like all
Yeah.
this stuff with, they're taking Social Security away. Why are we giving this money to old people anyway? They're just gonna die.
We might have to start if you want to save money, just take your parents out back and shoot them like old Yeller.
Exactly.
You won't have to worry about a nursing home or food or any of that kind
We
of
need
stuff.
cuts. We need cuts. Trump was right. We all have to make sacrifices. So you might have to sacrifice your parents.
Also, film it, put it on YouTube, get content. Maybe you'll get money that way, you know?
That's what I'm talking about. You got to think, you know. But Democrats, they're not good at thinking. You know what I mean? All they know how to do is take. You know, like Bernie knows. The only real way to get change is if you give him $17. That's it. Like if it's two things Democrats are good at, it's taking your money and cutting children's dicks off. And that's it. That's all they know how to do, man. But Bernie, listen, I want to be fair to Bernie. He's getting a lot of traction, you know, and that's kind of impressive. You know, I mean, it's resonating with people. He's out here doing rallies. And it is impressive, especially at his age. You know, most elderly people, you know, in their twilight years, they take up bird watching or something like that. Bernie's out here fighting the oligarchy.
Yeah, most 107-year-olds are dead.
Yeah, exactly. And he's out here standing up for the people.
Taking selfies in a park.
Yeah, by
chilling
themselves.
outside.
Yeah. Well, but good. It's good to see him, you know, working. And he's consistent. Listen, I'll say this, man, because I am a reform Bernie bro. But one of the things that I loved about Bernie was that he's very consistent. You know, like he's been working for the people. This goes back to when he was first trying to unionize slaves. Do you remember that? Yeah, he's been at it a long time, you know. And I feel like consistency is what people respect from this guy. Like, you know, most politicians, you look at them, they look well kept, polished. Not Bernie. He doesn't have time for combs. He's busy fighting for the people.
Yeah.
You know?
He looked like his birds got out.
Yeah, it looks like he's. Where are my birds?
My birds. Oh no.
Yeah, I will say I think it's good though to have Bernie come out and give this pushback. Even though I don't agree with everything he does, I think that it's necessary, right? Like, no administration should just be able to do whatever they want with no pushback. You know, I think it's actually good. Let's go to the next clip. This is it's good for our country.
We've been talking about oligarchy for years. You know, do people get?
I have, as a matter of fact.
Do people get what you're talking about now in a way?
$8 an hour is what I've heard. Family of four can't live that way. The American people will not allow Donald Trump to create an oligarchy in America.
We are on our way.
All right, so yeah, Bernie. Look, say what you will about the man, but he's out here working hard to show the Trump administration that people are mad. But he's mostly out here because he knows that that fourth summer home isn't going to pay for itself.
Yeah.
Don't you love a socialist with summer homes?
All those homes, and he still had to film outside in the park. I don't,
Yeah, he doesn't have like a room.
give us a tour or something, man.
We find out he's homeless the whole time. Now that's a true socialist. He's just living off the people.
Yeah.
But I think people are flocking to these rallies because there's no clear leader for the Democratic Party. They are leaderless. They have no vision. And thank Allah for Barack Hussein Obama. He's back. The prodigal nigger has returned. And he's here to wag his finger.
Come on, that was my line. What are you doing?
Oh, yeah, my bad.
It's all right, but come on.
I keep reading Joe's lines. The prodigal nigger has returned, and he's back to wag his finger and wax poetically at people.
Which is, who are we as a country, and what values do we stand for? And now,
Long pause.
this is not just an abstraction, and I think this is one of the challenges that we have. And I saw this even before the last election. I think people tend to think, democracy, rule of law, independent judiciary, freedom of the press, that's all abstract stuff because it's not affecting the price of eggs. Well, you know what? It's about to affect the price of eggs. One of the things that has distinguished us in the past has been this basic idea that we are a rules-based society. What that means is that, you know what, I can support one candidate instead of another, and I don't have to worry that the police are going to come harass me or my customers.
See, this is the problem. So we can cut it right there. What he said right there, rules. We're a rules-based society. Democrats are so focused on rules, and that's why they're lying. That's why they're losing, because Trump just does whatever he wants. You know, like they're busy worried about the Constitution. Meanwhile, they forget to actually get anything done. I mean, they're like, oh, with the rules. Trump is just swinging his dick. Elon is chainsawing shit at the White House. And you might not agree with everything, but they're getting it done. You know, and Obama, all he knew how to do was like, oh, you're, you can do better. We could all do better. You know, I mean, it's like, come on, this guy is kind of annoying. But he also spoke on specifically to Trump. He was talking some shit about Trump. Let's go to the next clip.
If I had done any of this, let me just, I just want to be clear about this. Imagine that.
Crushing.
Imagine if I had pulled Fox News' credentials from the White House press corps.
Maybe you should have.
You're laughing, but no, this is what's happening. Imagine if I'd said to law firms that were representing parties that were upset with policies my administration had initiated, that you will not be allowed into government buildings.
Okay, we can cut it right there. So, you know what? He's right. You know, I hate to admit when black people are right. Because I hate myself. But he is absolutely right. Imagine if Barack Hussein Obama dropped bombs on innocent civilians. Imagine how the world would... Oh, wait a minute. He actually did that. Okay. How about this? Imagine if Obama went after whistleblowers and prosecuted them instead of the people that committed crimes. Oh, wait. He did that too. Okay. Okay, what about this? Imagine if Obama wore a tan suit I know it's hard to imagine because who would be that disrespectful? Can we put up a pic? Did I send you a pic of the tan suit? Okay, I don't know. Yeah, if we can get that tan suit.
You wore a tan suit, huh?
Yeah, let's
like all tan.
Oh, wait till you see this shit.
Whoa!
Look at this.
Oh, he thought he was Steve Harvey. That's fine.
Look at
no
that.
problem.
The audacity of Taupe. This nigga, he's out here wearing great. Look at how disrespectful that is, man. Like, I'll say this. I bet you Trump's tariffs aren't looking that bad.
There's a new king of comedy.
I ain't afraid of you motherfuckers. I know it's Bernie.
Yeah.
Bernie, man. Hold on. Kick it.
Yeah. I ain't scared. All right. Now, Trey, I ain't scared of you.
Well, if he was a comedian, that's an appropriate attire, but not the leader of the free world.
That is very funny.
It's ridiculous. So, okay, but back to the point. Obama did get away with a lot of stuff, and he did it. He got away with it because we thought he was a good guy, you know. But I think that that's more dangerous. Is that, you know, Obama did that stuff, dropping bombs on civilians, and no one really came at him because he had the shield of, oh, I'm a good guy. I'm dropping bombs on brown people in a democratic way. You know what I mean? I love gay people. So it's like we dropped gay bombs on them, you know, like Democrats, but they have no real vision. Obama, his whole thing was hope and change, not really specific. Let's go to the next clip. I think we got, yeah, there it is.
1,000% right, but I'm not sure that it matters. What I want to hear from prominent leaders on the left is vision, vision, vision. What vision do you have for the American people who have entrusted you as their power brokers? I get it. It's unfair. It's not right. There's a double standard. All of that is true. How are we going to get out of this? Vision, vision, vision. And I think if there's one thing that the left, or the Democrats more specifically, are failing at right now, it's not about diagnosing the problem. It's not about looking into the hole. It's about getting shovels to put the dirt back in and tell people how they're going to be able to sleep soundly on that turf. So while I agree with the former president, I agree with President Obama, I just want to hear the Democrats give us the diagnosis for how this is supposed to go.
And they don't have it. They don't have you can cut it. Yeah. They absolutely don't have a plan. You know, like Bernie, he's out there and people are flocking to Bernie because they have no other option. And Bernie doesn't even have a plan. He's just like, hey, come on, we're mad. You know, Obama didn't really give us a plan.
Yeah, Bernie's doing his same old thing.
It's the same thing, man. I was like, how am I supposed to get excited for this? I was like, I gave you $17 twice already.
Yeah.
You're not getting, I'm done. You know,
good time to be a Republican because there's no Democratic offense or defense,
there's
I guess.
nothing.
You know?
Yeah,
there's no one. It's a one-sided play.
It is, which is also bad. That's a thing. Is we need a counterbalance. There has to actually be some sort of. I want to see it just because it makes it more interesting. No one wants to see a team just dominate.
Yeah, it's boring. It's not a good game.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know, I think in Obama, he suffers from a lot of the. If you're honest, Trump only became president because of a lot of Obama's shortcomings. You know, Obama's job, kind of like Bernie Sanders, it wasn't to really solve anything or change anything. It was to shepherd people back into the Democratic Party who were ready to leave. You know, and a lot of them left. I think Obama, especially as a black person, not to assume my own race, but I kind of feel cheated because Obama, he didn't really help us. What do black people get? Nothing. We got nothing. Like white people, you guys got a lot of stuff from your presidents.
You got a bunch of new murals on the sides of liquor stores.
Oh, great. Yeah.
That's pretty tight. You know, there's some new streets named Obama Street. That's cool.
Yeah. Okay. That's, again, superficial. See, that's the thing. Obama to black people was kind of like weed is to cancer patients. Like he didn't cure anything. He just helped us sleep at night.
Yeah. It was comforting.
Exactly. Take a hit at Obama. And it's all good, but
giggle,
yeah, it's silly. But speaking of weed, that actually takes us to our next story. I want to start off by saying that not a lot of people know this, but we film in the great state of Texas. Yeah, round of applause, Texas, the comedy capital.
There's guns
of the
pointed
world.
at us right now.
Yeah, we have to do that.
I've seen 3 people die outside.
Yeah, but it's great. I mean, I don't know. I'm enjoying. How are you enjoying living in Texas?
I hate Texas.
Really?
I hate it. I really do. Yeah.
What What do you hate about it?
The people are generally dumber. The driving culture is really bad. The infrastructure is terrible. The road infrastructure, especially, it's bad.
Okay, those are all good points. But let me offer a counter.
Okay.
That's all true, but you can say faggot.
I didn't think about that.
Come on, yeah.
You know what? Worth it.
There it is. It's worth it.
Worth
You go.
it.
I can say. Listen, there's a lot of problems with this state, but I can say faggot. And before you get mad at me, I can say that word because I'm homophobic. So
Can I say retarded?
Yeah, you can say retarded.
Can I say retarded?
Come on, retarded is back, baby.
That's pretty fun.
Yeah. In fact, I'm glad that we can say retarded again because it perfectly sums up the weed laws in Texas. Let's play this.
Polls have shown time and again, people support legalizing recreational marijuana in our state. Today, the Senate approved an all-out ban on THC for recreational use. That's, of course, the chemical that gets a user high. A loophole has allowed THC products to be sold at smoke shops, liquor stores, gas stations, virtually anywhere in smaller doses. Lawmakers say too many businesses have taken advantage.
We have to ban THC and shut all of these stores down. And secondly, that includes THC that's being sold in liquor stores in drinks.
Oh, this guy
There's
sucks.
no exception to this.
This guy sucks. All right, we can cut it. This guy sucks. This is such a step back. Like, I don't understand why we're focusing on this. Weed, we're so far past weed as a society. I have no idea why. Like, everyone knows the biggest threat to society is not marijuana. It's trans women in sports. That's what we should be focusing on, and we're wasting resources getting weed. You know, it's just silly, man. I mean,
fine, I'll smoke crack if that's what Texas wants. You're not leaving me much choice, you know?
Yeah, they're forcing people. And to look at that, you just made Joe. He's a crackhead.
You got another crackhead running around. Good job.
That's actually how it happens. You ever walk? Sometimes I walk down 6th Street. I'm like, where did all these crackheads come from? It's the government.
Yeah, exactly. People have been banned from buying THCA.
Exactly. Let's go to the next clip because these people are demons.
They're not actual license, but for these shops to open. But think about this. I mean, as popular as the most popular fast food you can think of, who opens 8,000 locations in less than 4 years, most of them since 2023? What business starts out at $8 billion in revenues? That works out, depending on the store, an average of about 100,000, maybe a month, $1 million.
Okay, can we just stop a moment and say, can we just point out how clearly this guy is gay? Like, he's just a homosexual. Like, that's my problem with these Texas lawmakers is they're all secretly gay. And I think that's why they want to ban weed.
You're saying the guy behind him with the handlebar mustache and the cowboy hat is gay? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Wait, what guy?
Yeah, you can't really see it right there, but man, I could not stop looking at that guy.
Yeah, let's see if we can
he was in like
the
other
guy.
clip, but yeah, he'll pop up.
Yeah, I think oh wait, I kind of see him. Oh my god, yeah. That guy, he's good. Wait a minute. Where is he? Oh man, I wish
he's behind him. Yeah. He was in the other clip.
Yeah, if we could go back to because I missed him.
Yeah, there he is.
Oh my god.
Look at that guy. Yeah.
That is a secretly closeted gay man. That is a homosexual. That's my problem with Texas laws. It's just a bunch of Christian conservatives that are secretly gay. You know, they can't leave their wives and their family, so they just push the gay down, and then they make everyone else miserable because misery loves company. Like, they pass these laws that ban weed because they aren't happy. And I'm tired of it, man. Like, this is my plea to Texas Republicans. Just be gay. Just be gay. Please go live your true self so the rest of us can be happy, man. I'm tired of this shit, man. Like, go suck a dick so I can smoke a joint.
Yeah. Just
be gay, right? Like, isn't this I don't understand.
I'll even volunteer to help you be gay. How about that?
Joe, look
and
at
I'm
that.
not even fully trans yet.
Look at that, but he's got a half furbished vagina.
Yeah.
That's there for you.
I have an under construction. New management coming soon.
Yeah, it's like, just be gay. And also too, these guys, they all talk about the kids. Oh, the kids we have to ban it because kids are buying weed. These people do not give a fuck about kids. Like, the only time that guy has ever thought about a child is when he was molesting them.
Yeah, well, you know what? If they care about the kids, do something about all the Amber Alerts.
Yeah, no.
Texas is the leading state of Amber Alerts. More Amber Alerts than any
weird.
other state.
Like every couple seconds.
Well, because you ban. What are you kids into? Weed and porn. You ban both those things. So now they have no choice but to go outside and play where pedophiles can just nab them off the street. There you go.
Yeah, that's a good point. They should be.
And guess what? If they get molested, they're more likely to become pedophiles when they get older. You're just creating more pedophiles.
It's an endless cycle of pedophilia. Yeah, you're right. And this could all be solved with just Texas just legalizing weed. Like, stop being gay and be gay.
Yeah, stop being gay and be gay.
Yeah, stop being a faggot and go suck a dick, as I would say.
Yeah.
No, it's silly. But hopefully they hear my plea. You know, another thing too with Texas is, you know what else is back? Measles. Ooh, RFK Jr. says MMR vaccine is the most effective way to prevent the spread of measles. As second child dies. Man, it's been a decade since we lost a child to measles. Measles is back, you know. And Bobby Kennedy is on the case. You know, he's doing it as soon as he's done hiding unicorn carcasses.
He's done burying that.
Yeah, he's on
unicorn.
It. Well, but this is the thing. The only reason that people are getting measles is because they're not getting vaccinated, right? And I find myself in a weird position with this because I am against vaccine mandates. If you don't want to get the measles vaccine, you're free to die. I don't know why we're trying to save people who don't want to save themselves. If anything, I feel like this is nature's way of kind of thinning out the herd a little bit, right? I mean, let's put it to you this way. If you die from a completely preventable disease, do we really need you? Does society need you?
Yeah.
I don't think we do, man. You know, I think that this is a free country. And unless we're going to change into Canada, we need to remain a free country. And you're free to be as stupid as you want to be. You know, I think this is, we should just let it run its course.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, measles, we got shots. I mean, what do you think of
I think I got a measles shot. I'm not sure.
Well, you better check, man, because we're here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if I try to get measles? Is that how should I try to get measles and see?
Yeah, go see. I mean, we'll see.
If you get measles, can't you, like, it's not a death sentence, right?
I think it is a death sentence, right?
It is?
Right? Like, who are these people getting
I don't know anything
I feel
about
like
measles.
It was a big deal. Yeah, I think you can die from measles. Like,
but like if you get it, is it
very
treatable? You know,
uncomfortable. At worst, it can be lethal.
Oh, so it's like not even.
All right, so it's just really bad. So it's like, so then this is just the COVID. Oh, so this is more.
Yeah, it's just whatever.
So it doesn't exist. It's not real.
Yeah,
it's just another.
Probably just kill old people and infants. You know what I mean? And whatever.
Yeah, another plandemic. That's ridiculous. No, but we do have too many old people. You know, so I think instead of babies, I don't know. I like babies dying is sad, but old people dying, get out of here. You know, that's the thing. Is like a lot of society's problems stems from old people just not dying.
Well, like old people dying is sad, but you know what's sadder is old people living.
That's even worse.
You're seeing an old person live is pretty sad, man. It's really sad to look at, dude. You're like, oh man, I wish measles upon this guy, man. Put him out of his misery.
It doesn't look fun. You know, you see some old people, they're shaking, they're holding on.
Oh, I used to like transport medical specimens like around LA, like from hospitals and like old folks' homes.
Oh, really?
The old folks' homes were the most depressing places in the world, man.
Oh,
they were really bad. Yeah. Like if I was old, I would just want to die. I would not want to be in there.
Yeah.
You know
Well, what are they doing? Just fucking?
No, they're just sitting, just waiting for death. Just waiting.
Just wait. That's
just
it.
waiting.
Well, but at least they're not in control of policy. My biggest problem is these. Let's go to the next clip, or I think that one about this is old people in America.
Nancy Pelosi recently broke her hip after falling in Luxembourg while there in part to commemorate the Battle of the Bulge in World War II, a battle she was alive for. She's 84. And on the Republican side, Mitch McConnell, or Glitch McConnell, as he's come to be known around my apartment, now almost routinely freezes up while speaking and has fallen on several occasions.
He's so adorable.
One concussion, a fractured shoulder and rib, a sprained wrist, and we can assume a bruised ego. He
Oh,
is
okay, so
81.
let's cut it right
And
there. So see, this is a
Jesus
problem.
Christ.
So we don't live in an oligarchy. We live in an oldiarchy.
Hey, wow, we need a sound effect for that one.
Yeah. Listen, we're getting to this is the truth, man. No, but it's a lot of old people. It's weird that we have a lot of old people, especially after a global pandemic specifically designed to kill old people.
Yeah.
I mean, it's weird.
Why do we have so many old people?
Well, I think it's a combination of the medicine we have. You know, we got vaccines, we got Flintstone chewables. And so they're living too long. And you're right, we need to start killing them. I'm going to list a few names, all right? Because our problems from the society, it really do, they all stem from, like you said, old people not dying. Ruth Bader Ginsburg, Dianne Feinstein, Joseph Biden. These are just some of the people who chose to die in office instead of step down. They each had a moment where they had an off-ramp, each of them. Said, hey, I can maybe have some dignity, but they all said, no, I'm hanging in to power. Although I will give Biden credit. There was an article that just came out that revealed that Joe Biden actually wanted to let go of power, but couldn't because of rigor mortis.
Oh.
So that's an interesting insight. But
no hand mobility. I get it.
Yeah. Now they're clinching the power and they're choosing to die. And it's just silly, man, because Biden could have stepped down and we might have had a primary where we could have had, an actual candidate that could have beat Trump. I doubt it, though, because Democrats are allergic to democracy.
Also, like in all of the Democratic Party, there isn't another cool black guy. Are you kidding me? There was one. That was it.
Yeah, I guess there was one. Well, Obama was kind of like a unique.
He was cool. He was smooth.
He was, yeah. Even racist people liked Obama. They were like, well, he might be a nigger, but he's smooth.
He's got a good vibe.
Yeah,
he's got a good
does.
voice. I like his music.
Yeah. Well, so hopefully, we can do better. But I do want to share some personal news now. I don't think I told you. Me and my girlfriend broke up.
Really?
Yeah, we just broke up. We had a big fight, because I support the tariffs and she doesn't.
You know what? Good for you.
Thank you. Yeah, I said she gave me an ultimatum. She said, "You choose. It's me or these tariffs," and I chose my country. Because you have to. I chose America because we have to. And I know people are. Do you know what a tariff is?
No.
I don't think it really matters. No one knows. No one knows. No one on earth knows what a tariff is. But we need them. All right, they are necessary. And I know people are mad because Trump did tariffs that aren't really tariffs, and he made the economy kind of go a little downward spiral. It's not great. But I think people are being too critical on Trump, man. I mean, we have to understand this is just Donald Trump's second time in office. And you know what they say about presidencies? Third time's the charm. So we'll see. But that's it. Yeah, I thank you so much for joining us on this quest for truth and information. Joe, do you have any last words you want to?
I'm going back in for my 4th surgery on my brand new vagina. Wish me luck, everybody. Okay. Tell you what, when it's all finished, we'll put up a Patreon. That'll be one of the tiers.
Yeah.
You can look at it up close.
There it is. That's something to look forward to in this dark world.
It'll be on Google Maps. You can zoom in on it from space.
Yeah, it's Elon. That's it, man. Thanks so much. Like and subscribe, and please share with other patriots and get the word out. Thank you.